2 years ago, my parents died in a fire at our home. Today is the second anniversary of my sobriety, and despite everyone telling me it's a good thing, I feel terrible about it. I'm here with my brother Perry, who hasn't left my side since the day I got sober. We grew up together, so when we're faced with this kind of stuff, we confront it together. My parents had taken out a life insurance policy on us kids after my brother was born with a heart condition. It covered the cost of his open heart surgery and saved his life. Then when he was 2, our house burned down. They died in the fire trying to save us. I don't remember much about that night. I just remember waking up and not knowing where they were. Then the police showing up and my brother Perry being handed off to me like a doll by an officer. I was 8 and he was 2. After that, we lived with relatives until we were eventually adopted. In the aftermath of the fire, I felt nothing but guilt, which quickly turned into a desire to fill the void of pain with alcohol. Now 2 years sober, I'm ready to face my demons. So today, Perry and I are visiting the site of the fire for the first time since my parents died. It's been leveled, and the only evidence of its existence is the wrought iron fence surrounding the property, a few charred pieces of wood sticking out of the ground, and the overgrown weeds. We stand there for a while, saying little, then head back to the car. The drive back is filled with silence until Perry says, "Remember when Dad used to take us on these?" I look over at him and ask, "Take us where?" He replies, "On these," and points out the window at the rows of cornfields passing by. I know what he's talking about, but the memory is so hazy I can't picture it. He continues, "Do you remember when we were kids and we used to hide in the field, and then Dad would surprise us and jump out and say, 'Got you?'" I nod, but still can't visualize the memory. Perry adds, "And then Mom would scold him because he scared us." I stop the car and turn around to face him. "I think I blocked that memory." He reaches out and squeezes my hand. "You blocked a lot of things, Jackie. I've noticed that you tend to block things that make you uncomfortable." "Like what?" I ask, even though I already know what he's talking about. Perry sighs. "Like seeing me get hurt or upset. You always seem to block me out whenever I'm in pain." "I'm sorry," I mumble, avoiding his gaze. He shakes his head. "It's okay. I understand." As we continue on in silence, I wonder if I really do remember blocking those memories or if I'm just making excuses for why I've forgotten so many things about my past. Back at the house, I make myself comfortable on the couch while Perry goes to the kitchen. I hear him rummaging around, and then I hear a crash, followed by him swearing. A moment later, he comes out with a dusty photo album. He sits next to me and opens it, and the two of us spend some time looking through old pictures. Most of the pictures are of my brother as a kid because he was the baby and I was the responsible older sister. There are pictures of the 3 of us as kids standing next to our Christmas tree, one of our last Christmas trees. There's one of our dogs, Sparky, who died shortly after the fire. And then there's one of our parents holding us on the day we were born. I don't remember much about them, but looking at this picture, it's hard to believe they're really gone. Perry asks, "What do you remember most about Mom and Dad?" I pause and consider my options. It's hard to think of anything concrete. "Their voices," I finally reply, "and the smell of their perfume." Perry nods. "Me too." Suddenly, I notice something strange. "Where did this fireplace come from? It wasn't here before." Perry shrugs. "I don't know. I guess it just grew." We both laugh at that, then return to looking through the pictures. For a moment, I actually feel happy, like I could forget the tragedy of that house and the events surrounding it. Unfortunately, that happiness is short-lived because soon the memories begin to unravel. One minute, we're looking at a picture of me, Perry, and our dog in the front yard, and the next minute we're outside looking at the overgrown weeds where the house once stood. One minute, we're sitting on the couch looking through the photo album, and the next minute, we're sitting at the kitchen table eating dinner. I ask Perry, "Did you always have this scar on your knee?" He looks down at his knee. "What scar?" He rolls up his pant leg and shows me his knee. "That's odd," I say. It looks like there's a new cut on your knee, but it's healing properly, like it's almost a week old. I must have gotten it recently, he says, getting up to go to the bathroom. How long have we been here anyway? I ask. He walks into the bathroom and I hear the toilet flush. I walk into the kitchen to check the clock, but it doesn't have any numbers on it. Then I try the fridge, but it's empty with nothing but cobwebs. That's when I start to get freaked out. I walk out of the house and onto the front porch. Everything looks the same. It looks exactly like the house I grew up in, except now it's missing a fireplace. "Perry!" I call out. "Where are you?" No answer. I walk to the back of the house and call out for him again. Still nothing. Then I start to panic. "Perry, if this is some kind of joke, it's not funny." I burst through the front door and stare around the house, desperate to find my brother. I don't see him anywhere. I start to get scared. This isn't like him. He wouldn't leave me alone. Not ever. I run to the front door and burst out of it. When I look back, I realize something. This house isn't real. It's not as solid as it seemed before. It's like it's made out of smoke and mirrors. The whole place is swaying slightly. It's like the walls are breathing. I wake up in a cold sweat and slowly begin to realize I'm not in my childhood home anymore. Instead, I'm lying in a hospital bed hooked up to a bunch of machines. I try to sit up, but a searing pain in my chest forces me back down. A nurse rushes in. "Hey, you need to stay down. You had another panic attack." She glances at the clock on the wall. "It's late. Are you going to be all right?" I manage to nod my head. She leaves and I hear the sound of footsteps approaching my bed. When I turn my head, I see Dr. Lasko, my therapist. "Hey, Jackie," he says with a smile. "How'd it go?" "It didn't go well," I reply, tears welling up in my eyes. "This house keeps changing and moving around. And Perry, he's not there. He's not anywhere." Dr. Lasko places his hand on mine. "Let's talk about it," he says softly. After I tell him everything that happened, he says, "Well, that sounds pretty intense. Did you confront the demon?" "I don't have a demon," I whisper. "I have a brother. And this house, it's just a shell. It's nothing but a shell. It doesn't exist." Dr. Lasko leans in close to me. "It exists in your mind, Jackie, but it's not the only thing that exists in here. Do you remember what day it is today?" I shake my head. "It's been 730 days since the accident, Jackie. 730 days since you killed Perry." My eyes widen in horror. "But he's here. He visited me. He was here. I saw him." Dr. Lasko removes his hand from mine and takes a step back. "He was here, but not in the way you think. You're still stuck in guilt, Jackie, just like I told you you would be. No matter how much progress you make, freedom from guilt may be out of reach, but you won't have to face that for a long time. You'll keep coming back to this simulation as long as it takes for you to work through your grief. Because in here, you can still see Perry." With that, he turns off the machines monitoring my vitals, plunges the room into darkness, and leaves me alone in my hospital bed.